The very first interaction that we have with the buyer is where the whole process starts. The relationship, the journey, or your entry to their journey, and the negotiation in a large way. Just remember, qualifying is a courtesy. It is not an interrogation. Qualifying is helping them be matched up with the right kind of service for their needs. And you can't find out the service for their needs unless you ask them. So the first thing is stop meeting buyers for the first time on the weekend. Start meeting them when they make an inquiry, and you'll be one of the rare agents that actually freaking gets back to them. Get back to them quickly. And they've got their phone in their hand ideally. The world standard for speed of lead now is 5 minutes, and it'll be 1 minute very soon. And I'm not just talking about AI agents. The good thing is, though, people aren't getting back to them at all. So if you get back to them in 5 minutes, 15 minutes, or even an hour or two, you're still going to be doing better off. First question. Thanks for your inquiry on such and such property. So before I go into detail on that, I will resolve your questions for sure. Mind if I ask you a couple of questions so I can help you better, make sure I give you the right sort of service? Sure. How long have you been looking for? When would you ideally like to see yourself in your next property? And then about the type of property you're after, tell me more about what you want/need. You'll then get around to where they're coming from, what's driving the sale, what pain they're getting away from, that they might not call it pain, but the things that are uncomfortable about their current circumstances, and the kind of dream outcome they're going for. A really good question to find out if they're ready to buy is like, in relation to your purchase, will you be using finance at all? Yeah, we'll be using finance. Okay, great. How far along in the finance journey are you? Not like, do you have finance? It's so freaking rude to ask it that way. They think that you're insulting them. You're just asking how far along in the journey they are. By doing that, they know it's a journey and they know the stages. And if they don't know all about it, you might even get asked about it and be able to refer them to someone that can help them. That's going to help you assess them. I call it triaging. Once you've done the triage, you figure out the level of urgency. Then you go into discovery using the closer framework I talk about. And then once you've gone in discovery, you can now assess the level of urgency, and you can assess which buyers are worth meeting at properties for private appointments, booking into previews, letting just come along to the open, and following up with intensity versus checking in by courtesy. Hope that helps you.